Alright, today we're talking about multiplying integers. And the rules for multiplying and dividing integers are a little bit different from the rules for adding and subtracting them. So we're going to talk about the rules first. If there is one negative or an odd number of negatives, the answer will be, say it. Negative. If there are two negatives or an even number of negatives, the answer will be positive. And these rules only work when you're multiplying or dividing integers. Now we're going to do some examples. So be sure to pause the video to copy these into your notebook. Did everyone get these copied down? Do you need more time? Okay. So number 2 says, is it positive or negative? We do not have to solve these problems. We just have to tell if the answer is going to be positive or negative. Remember, if it has one negative, the answer will be what? Negative. So letter A, is the answer positive or negative?
Positive. Negative. Negative. What?
No. We're looking at how many negative signs there are.
What do you mean?
Do you see how there's a negative 5 and then a positive 8?
Yeah.
Because there's only one negative in the problem, the answer is going to be negative. Just keep watching. You'll get it the more we do. So letter B. How many negatives are in letter B? 1. So if there's one negative, the answer is negative. Remember, whatever I write, you write. So write down these answers. Letter C. How many negatives are there? 0. So the answer is
Positive.
yes. Letter D. How many negatives? 2. So if there's 2 negatives, the answer is positive. You just wrote this in your notes, remember?
But it didn't make sense.
Right, but the more examples we do, I think it'll make more sense to you. So letter E and F, it's going to be where the even and odd comes into play, okay? If there's an even number of negatives, what are our even numbers? Call them out.
2.
What else?
Not.
4. Yeah, keep going.
2, 4, 6, 8,
Yeah.
12.
Okay, so if there's an even number, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, and so on, the answer is going to be positive. If there's an odd number, what are our odd numbers? Call them out. 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, and so on. If there's an odd number of negatives, the answer is going to be negative.
So that one's negative then?
Letter E, how many negatives are there? 2. 2 is an even number. I lost my pen. 2 is an even number, so it's going to be positive. And number F, how many negatives are there? 3. 3 is odd, so it's
Negative.
there you go. All right, so the first thing we're going to do on this section is we're going to say whether the answer is positive or negative, okay? So remember, one negative is what answer? Negative answer. And 2 negatives is positive answer. Good. So number 4, negative or positive?
Negative.
I'm just going to write the sign for now. We'll go back and calculate later. Number 5, negative or positive?
Negative.
6.
Positive.
And I'm just going to write a little plus so I don't forget it's positive. 7.
Positive.
Yeah, good. 8.
Positive.
Good. Even number of negatives means a positive answer. And number 9?
Negative.
Awesome. Odd number means negative answer. Now we can go back and calculate. So back to number 4. What is 3 times 8?
24.
Good. 24. What is 5 times 8?
40.
Yes.
40 times.
What is 4 times 30?
20.
Yeah. And you don't have to put the positive sign when it's a positive answer, but it's fine if you have it there. Okay, better safe than sorry. How about 7 times 4?
28.
Yep.
28.
How about 4 times 2?
This is 6. And times 6.
Wait, 4 times 2 is
2. 4 times 2?
Positive
Oh,
48.
8.
Oh,
Good. And 8 times 6 is 48.
I thought it was 3. Jerry. I thought it was 3.
Okay, and then the last one you might need your calculator on. 5 times 9
That is 45.
times 12.
Good question.
320.
Nope, that was a
Negative
good guess though.
540.
Yes,
Can't
good.
math.
What is it?
540.
Oh, and you had to use your cranium.
All right, copy all of those down. So we're going to learn something new. This says simplify each expression. So when we're adding and subtracting numbers and numbers with variables, we can't combine them, right? Because you can only combine an x with an x, or a number with a number, or a y with a y. Nod your head if you remember that. Okay, but when you're multiplying, guess what? You can just stick everything together. So for number 10, negative 4 times 3x. How many negatives do I have?
1.
So my answer is going to be,
Negative 12.
so now we multiply the numbers. What is 4 times 3?
12.
And then we just
X.
write the x next to it. Okay? So when you're multiplying, you can just multiply the numbers and write the variable next to it. And we're still using our rules. 1 negative, negative answer. 2 negatives is a positive answer. So number 11, how many negatives?
1.
So the answer is,
Negative 21.
okay, and then 7 times 3 is 21.
Negative 21.
Good. You got it. We're just multiplying the numbers and writing the variables with it.
This next one's going to be positive.
Good. So 2 negatives means a positive
24
answer.
AB. 38 AB. Oh, 24 AB.
Good. That is correct, Brayden.
I mean, I could only say 2.
Nice work.
I can't.
You said it louder.
So we multiply the numbers. 8 times 3 is 24, and then we just write the variables next to it. And when you write the variables, the only thing you need to know is they go in ABC order. So that's why we wrote the A first. Okay? Last two, it says evaluate each expression. Evaluate means solve. So I'm going to use the information they gave me to solve the expression. The expression that they're giving me is, bless you, negative 6h. And it says h equals how much?
Negative 6. I mean,
Negative
negative
6. Oh.
Negative 20. So I'm just going to plug in negative 20 where h would have been. Now remember, when two things are next to each other, it means to do what? Multiply.
5.
Yes, 2 negatives mean a positive answer.
Positive 120.
And 6 times 20 is 120. Nice. And that's it. So the next one has a few more steps. Is this about? Yes.
Wait a minute.
So you're going to write the negative 4, and then what does it mean when things are written next to each other? Multiply. So I'm multiplying. What does S equal?
Negative 9.
Yes. And T equals?
3.
Yes. So everything's going to be multiplied for this problem. 2 negatives mean what kind of answer? Got it. And 4 times 9?
36.
And 36 times 3?
108.
Ah, very good.
I can't do math.
Somebody was prepared.
Yeah, I told you to write it down.
All right, and that's all for today. Let me know if you have any questions.